So it is such an interesting perspective to look back at my wedding and go, wow, there's a lot of work that all of my vendors did before the day. There's a lot of work and thought process and planning and coordination. There is a lot of time. So to even expand on Khrystyna's note and Jenn's note and all of your notes, really, it's not even just about showing up 3 days in a row. It's 3 days in a row on top of months of conversations, thought processes, planning. I mean, even for the photographers, I know that sometimes you guys scout different places, you go different places, you investigate stuff. I know for planners, we do the same. We go to, like, it is not just showing up on the day. And I mean, don't even want to get into the venue people. You guys are there every day, all the time, dealing with everybody. And then you show up on the day and you're helping us as the vendors, you're helping all, and that's why it's so important for planners and venue coordinators to work together so closely, in my opinion. But above and beyond that, the point that I'm trying to make is we all work hard, and it isn't even just the day. It is months and months and months of time and energy. As soon as you book us, as soon as you are our client, we are like putting all this energy and love and time into you. And I mean, Jenn and I had this conversation even privately. It's like, it's why we're a part of it. It's why we do it, because we love it so much. And so that's why, to Khrystyna's point, we want to do as much as we can to help you within, as we've all said at this point, the flexibility we have available, right? And Khrystyna, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm gonna pass it on just because you said the thing about, you know, being there from the beginning and how it's not just the day. I want to just circle back to something we said about deposits, and we were talking about, you know, retainers.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I've seen and I've been kind of talking about, which I think is a great way of looking at it, is, you know, why deposits are non-refundable. I mean, aside from the legal, you know, explanation of contracts, which I know is like something people don't really think about until, you know, something like this happens. Everybody wants to know what force majeure means and go back to your fine print, but it's just an interesting way of looking at the deposits as an investment into the business, because that's what it is. But it's an investment into our business because we've started investing in you as the client from the moment you started reaching out to us. And that's, I think, such an, to me, it was a great way to start looking at it, because of all that work that does happen. But it's not just like this like pile of money that just sits there. And, you know, it's the fact that we're, you know, a registered business and we have insurance, and people have, you know, certain vendors have obviously rent on buildings and materials or staff they've already paid or retained or whatever it is. So again, it's an investment to make sure that we're existing as a business to provide you that service by the time your date comes around. And I think people just don't see it that way. Some people who have been very, I think just vocal and angry about certain things just see it as, like I think Ashley, someone said, you know, oh, people are just trying to like take advantage of us and take our money. Like, that's not what anybody's doing. It's just, I think, hard to, in a very emotional situation like this, to explain to people what the deposits really are. But
right. No, 100%. And I think that to expand on that, and if anybody else wants to jump in, just raise your hand and I'll direct to you. I think that that's thank you for saying that, because I think that that's a very key thing. And I actually was just in my blog the other day and I wrote something about this, and basically being like, it is anybody's best interest as a vendor in the wedding industry to try to screw you over. We work extremely hard to build a reputation. And all of the women that are here that were invited, yes, you're engaged, but I also know that you work extremely hard on your reputation, that the people that you work with, the venue you work with, but the different people that are involved in your day-to-day as a wedding professional, you work very hard to have integrity and to lead yourself and your businesses. I mean, in Julia's case, she has a full staff. And I've met them. They're wonderful people. They are all working towards being somebody that you deal with integrity and grace and love. So nobody, at least that I associate with, is coming at you at any point from this point of view of like, oh, I just need to like grab money. The only thought process really where we get concerned is like, if I lose you, yes, this could have a negative effect on whether or not I can pay rent. That's a real thing. That could be a real thing for some people, but no one is trying to be greedy or make money from this or capitalize on you and try to take from you and leave you like in this bind. Even if legally you are tied, it is for a purpose. It is not because of the man, as I think some think of it, like the man that just is trying to like bind you and push you down. That's not the thought process. So I think that Jenn, Khrystyna, you guys have made really good points about that the flexibility is so crucial, but it's not because of you have to do what I want. It's because it's what we have to do in order to survive. Does anybody have anything to add to that, or can I go to my next question? All good? Awesome.